Hello, artist. Now that you have learned a little bit about several different abstract expressionist artists, you are now ready to work on the rough draft drawing. I'm going to jump to the presentation here and then show you how to put your final art making or your art making sketch into here. So for your rough draft drawing, you're going to be starting by choosing an emotion. Remember, abstract expressionist artists try to show emotion through non-representational imagery. So you're going to be choosing an emotion like anger, joy, calm, or chaos. It's completely up to you. Once you've chosen those different emotions, you're going to be assigning different colors, shapes, and lines for that emotion. So, for example, if you wanted to convey anger, you might choose red. You're also going to be choosing different shapes, lines, and patterns to express emotion. Think about how maybe unorganized or chaotic an arrangement of organic shapes, for example, could represent anger, or maybe something orderly like geometric shapes aligned really symmetrically could represent calm. Once you've chosen different colors, shapes, and lines to represent emotion, you're next going to be choosing an inspiration from a previously learned abstract expressionist artist. Franz Klein, Mark Rothko, Vasily Kandinsky, or Joseph Albers. You're going to be using pencil and paper to draw out and plan out your designs. You can use colored pencils or markers to kind of plan that out. And then you're going to be using oil pastels for your final. So let's review some of the abstract expressionist artists. So remember, Franz Klein used large brush strokes that were exclusively black and white. They were supposed to represent like beams, bridges, structures, and girders, kind of like industrial things. There was a huge contrast between the black and white, and he usually worked really fast and raw to represent kind of spontaneity. So if you're working with Franz Klein, think about how you can represent an emotion using this style. Mark Rothko was known for using kind of rough, blurry rectangles essentially on a really large canvas. And you can see how usually one of these colors really popped out compared to others. Vasily Kandinsky was known for having concentric circles on a grid. The concentric circles were usually not regular, meaning they were very asymmetrical or not perfectly with an exact diameter. They were very kind of organic-esque. There was also inconsistent colors used. So you can see how there wasn't really a pattern amongst each section in the grid. And then finally, Joseph Albers. Joseph Albers was really trying to create a consistently mirrored composition, meaning he used the same exact shapes, but showed different colors in each of those compositions. And the idea was trying to show how colors can look differently, meaning like some were brighter, some were darker, some were cooler, some were warmer, depending on what was around them. So even though they're the same colors, they look differently. So you're going to be choosing one of these different artists and trying to think about how your own individual artwork can invoke a certain emotion. Just use paper and pencil to complete this. And then once you're done, you're going to be photographing it and putting it in this section right here. Work hard, have fun, and be creative.